Good morning, good morning, good morning. About 5:45 a.m. sunrise time here in Cebu City, Cebu, the Philippines. Located about in the center, north and south in the Philippines. Protected from most typhoons, which is nice. You can argue about Cebu City is often called the second largest city after Manila in the Philippines, but Davao depends upon you're talking population or land area. Davao City is spread out quite a bit, and some people say, no, Davao is. Some of the best things about Cebu City, it's got the second busiest international airport, direct flights internationally from around the world. It's got a very good ferry system going off in different directions. I think Davao City, I haven't been there. Want to visit in the coming year. And it's a cleaner city, quieter city, I think. Not sure about the roosters. But some cities enforce certain laws, cleanliness laws. I think they enforce laws against throwing trash and those sorts of things. So I've heard many times it's a cleaner city. Very bright sun out there today. Very little breeze, about 78 degrees, I believe. It's going to warm up quickly again. We'll get in the probably lower 90s. And I'll have my windows open until noonish time probably, and then turn the AC on if it depends upon the humidity. You've got Bohol, or you've got Mactan Island over there across the Mactan Strait, and a lot of resorts over there. I've done videos at some of the resorts, and a lot of the condominiums over there. In fact, I've got I think almost 1,500 videos up. A lot of them condominiums. What do they look like? What do you get? What do they cost? Got a playlist, cost of living, travel videos, videos about hospital, dental costs and issues. I will be putting another video up probably later today that many of you will be interested in. And I will have a surprise at the end of that video if you watch to the end. Got a plane coming in there. You see that plane, that jet? And off in the distance, Mactan Island, the closest there, that is Bohol Island. Depending upon what port you're going to, that would be an hour ride or an hour and a half ride over to Bohol Island. So we have a lot of islands, over 7,000 islands, but don't let that scare you away, as I think only 2,000 islands are named, and 11 of the biggest islands are the only islands you're going to be concerned about anyway, and then out of those, probably only 2 or 3 if you're going to travel. Some smaller ones if you're going to do some island hopping. And Cebu City is a great place to start. When I first heard about Cebu City, I heard it was a tourist destination. And I thought, well, that must mean it's like Boracay. I don't want to go to a tourist destination. I want to go to a Filipino city. Then I was staying in a hotel in Tucson, Arizona, visiting a daughter. And the lady working there, I was talking to her about going to the Philippines, and said I was going to go to Iloilo, and she said, "No, sir, go to Cebu City." And she'd grown up around here, so I did a little more research, and I thought, well, good place to start. Good place to start, and use it as a base. But it's big enough, there's enough going on here in Cebu that it's easy to get comfortable. And what I recommend to many people is, when you get here, travel. Because it's easy to get comfortable and not travel. Like I said, there's so many things going on. Get on a ferry. Will be a new experience for many of you. I've got ferry videos. Take a plane. All that stuff is relatively easy to do. Get on a bus. Buses are extremely cheap. You've got air-conditioned buses and non-air-conditioned buses, so beware of that. And they leave often. So that is an option. Jeepneys and taxis. A taxi going over the Mole, a popular place, or Argao or Oslob, going south where the whale watching is, whale shark watching. About 3,500, 4,000 pesos, which is quite cheap. Take you down there and probably bring you back. If you want them to wait there. You can also get van and tour type packages. Going north up to Bantayan Island, the ferry ports up north. There again, I'm often quoted 3,500, 4,000 pesos. If you want to rent a car and a driver for the day, 5,000, 6,000. If you want to rent a van, larger van, 8, 9, 10,000, depends upon how many people you have and how long you want it for. So very cheap to travel here in the Philippines. We're in the high season, the drier season. Supposedly the cooler season, November, December, January, February, March. Very few typhoons. And like I said, Cebu is very protected. About once every 11 years, they get a typhoon that actually comes through and does some damage here. But basically, and very rare to experience an earthquake here, where there are a couple places. Unlike Indonesia, which has many volcanoes going off and earthquakes, Philippines does not experience that many above a 3 or 4, for instance. Anyway, breakfast time, and I'll be working on the next video. Hope you're all having a good holiday season. Had a good Thanksgiving. There are places, restaurants here in the Philippines, in the bigger cities, that do offer the Thanksgiving dinners. Anyway, many of you are going to be traveling during the holidays, so safe travels, and we'll see you next time.